everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Jared Goff's Bengals going up against Dak Prescott's Cowboys.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down, Prescott. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Prescott from the gun. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Wentz going to throw. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll be knocked down sideways. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Prescott now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now Wentz. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Shotgun now for Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives. ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Second down, Prescott. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On first down, Wentz. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Second down following the run. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face a third down. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. And he is knocked down from the side. Prescott finding his big receiver Bryant there for a Cowboy first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down carry by Elliott. And now running right through it. And he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. it now out of the gun. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Completes it to the rookie from North Carolina, Ryan Switzer. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Now they get a 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, Hill. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Wentz now on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Again, it's Hill. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And caught left side. Olsen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
But you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now Wentz on third down. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward right near the 39. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. carry now for Elliott. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And McCoy loses the football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They begin the drive with Hill. Shreds the tackle. Still going. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And the offense lining up first and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here we go, first and 10 now. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll run it with Hill. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Here's Wentz to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield, or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's when you almost never see at this level a wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I can understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something to stop this swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Elliott running right. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They run it again with Hill. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with third and just a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Bengals on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. That'll bring up second down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jamarcus Lawrence with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down following the run. Prescott from the gun. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
7 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll throw again. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Burgess. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now the offense operates in the red zone. From the red zone now, Prescott. Flush to his right. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, they run with Hill. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On third down, here's Hill. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That, quite simply, is Jeremy Hill. A very powerful, compact back.
He's always been that. Even back at LSU, that's where he honed that skill, right?
Love to run between the tackles and take the contact as well as dish it out.
So it'll be first down here after the run. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They'll try the end around with Green. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Here's Elliott, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
They were stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now carry number 20 here for Hill. And he's got some space here. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run on 1st down. Hill, he won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Out of the pistol. Here's Hill. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Wentz now to throw. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They'll run with Elliott. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. To throw is Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down following the run. They go to Elliott again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll try the right side with McCoy. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Wentz going to throw. He's going to let it flop. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 29.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. Dances by him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good.